Hi friends, Gary here from GBL, the old church 5-acre homestead. You know what time it is. It is Fire It Up Friday time. And this is going to be a very, very special Fire It Up Friday. This Friday is Good Friday on our Christian calendar, and we're very excited to bring to you our Good Friday Fire It Up Friday. This is going to be our 17th fire, and I'm going to ask you to join me in the garage right here over my shoulder. Thanks folks for joining me in the garage today on this Good Friday, our Fired Up Friday fire today. This is, as I said, going to be a very special fire. It is Good Friday, and we want to bring to you this special fire today. Here's what we're going to be burning. This is some wood from an old pallet that I cut up very recently. I burned most of it, and this is what's left over from a previous fire actually. So I got these lats here from the pallet. I'm going to be using my little hacks there, my little hatchet, and we're going to make some kindling out of that. I have some of the larger supporting brackets from the pallet, 2x4s. It's mostly hardwood, so it's going to burn really, really hot, folks. So this is going to be a nice little fire that we're going to get going here today in our old-fashioned Enterprise wood stove. And if you look closely toward the center of the screen, you can see our 2 fire extinguishers and our water bottle, just in case this fire decides to go south. Now, we also need to know what we're going to be starting this fire off with. We have some private mail here, folks. Most of the time, Miss Betty and I, we will shred our mail in our home shredder machine that we have, and we then burn the shredded paper. So we're going to burn that to get the fire started. And as always, this is a dedication fire. And as I said at the top and outside in front of the garage, this is going to be our very special Good Friday dedication Fired Up Friday fire. Okay, I'll reveal what we're going to be dedicating this fire to very, very soon. But it is our Happy Easter Good Friday dedication Fire It Up Friday fire today on April the 15th, 2022, folks. So let's get started. We're going to make some kindling here now. Okay, get my little hacks here and let's make some kindling. Very dry, this pallet wood, and it's very easy to split it up into smaller pieces to make some kindling. We're not going to need a lot of this stuff, folks. Just a few pieces, cut into smaller 1-foot lengths, because the firebox on that old-fashioned Enterprise stove is not very big. You probably heard me say that already in a previous fire when we used the stove. We use this stove quite often, and in fact, we have lots of videos on our YouTube channel where we have used this stove previously for Fired Up Friday fires. We've also used this stove to fry out some codfish, which is a very common food consumed in Newfoundland and Labrador on Good Friday. And in fact, right across this province tomorrow on Good Friday, a lot of people will be eating fish and chips and fried fish and pan-fried fish and that kind of stuff. So like I said, we use our wood stove, this old-fashioned one here, quite often to cook some meals. And that's what we're getting ready to do today. Use this stove for our Fired Up Friday fire. Okay, I got a nice bit of kindling there now. Let me do this one also, and then I'll stop, and we'll get this fire started. So I've moved all of my wood now, my tender and my kindling and some smaller wood and those 2x4 braces there from the pallet wood, all on the oven door here. I have my personal private mail there ready to burn in the firebox in this old-fashioned Enterprise stove. I have my fire extinguishers and my water there. I'm just going to move this out of the way and just lay it over here. For now, once the stove gets going, it's going to be quite hot. So I got my long match and my lighter ready, and the personal mail is all there, ready to burn. Let's get this fire going, folks. Our dedication fire on April the 15th, 2022. It's Good Friday, folks. Okay, so we're going to begin by burning some of this personal private mail. So let's open up some of these envelopes, get the mail out from inside these. It's mostly letters and paper, that kind of thing. So let's rip this up into pieces, and we're just going to ball this up into little balls here to put it in the firebox. Now, put in a few pieces there, Mr. Garry, in the bottom of that stove. Okay. Okay, now let's get some of this kindling ready now. I'll lay that up there. Okay, now, next thing I need to do is I need to light my long match with my lighter. So let's do that. Here we go. We have fire, folks. So, let's reach down into the firebox, light the fire in a few places. Okay, here we go. Let's throw in some of this very, very dry pallet wood. This wood was the lats on an old pallet that I picked up a while ago. And it won't be very long, and you will hear the crackling coming from inside that firebox. Get rid of this whole mail here, Garry boy. Throw it in the stove. Like I said, where this is private mail, we don't like putting it out into our regular garbage. You never know what could happen to it once it leaves our home. Here we go. The crackling has started. And we got a nice little fire going here now in this firebox. There you go. You should be able to hear it, folks. There you go. Our fire has started in the firebox of this old Enterprise wood stove. Put in a few more pieces from the oven door there. You got a nice little fire going here now, Mr. Garry. Put in some of the larger pieces there now. Nice fire there, folks. Take a listen. Can you hear the crackling of the fire in this old-fashioned Enterprise wood stove today? I certainly can. Let's take the damper off the stove and look at the fire inside, shall we? Oh, that's a nice fire. Just look at that. Okay, see how it's licking up over the top part of the stove? A beautiful fire going. Now, we need to add in a few of these larger pallet wood pieces right here. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to do our dedication today for our Good Friday, April the 15th, 2022, Fired Up Friday fire. Let's take another look inside the firebox on this old stove, shall we? Oh, there you go. A nice fire going and glowing in this old Enterprise wood stove. Now, I've removed everything from the oven door and from on the top of the stove just to be a little bit more safer. I've put my fire extinguishers and my water there in the oven door, and I have our dedication here, folks. Let's talk about this dedication today for our 17th Fired Up Friday fire. We are dedicating our fire today, folks, to world peace. That's our cause today. On this Easter, on this Good Friday and Easter week and Easter Sunday and all that kind of stuff, our wish and my wish from GBL-The Old Church 5 Acre Homestead is that we have world peace throughout our world. I just want to mention that today is 51 days now since the war in Ukraine. And folks, nothing is more urgent than the end of this war for world peace. And that's our cause, that's our dedication today. So let's hope and pray that during this Easter week, this Easter Sunday coming up in a couple of days, that world peace and the end to this war actually does occur, okay? So that's our wish, that's our hope, that's our dedication. Thank you ever so much for joining us for our 17th Fired Up Friday fire today in this old-fashioned Enterprise wood stove. Thank you for watching our video, and thank you for always watching our videos, all of our Fired Up Friday videos and all of our other videos on our YouTube channel. We appreciate you watching, we appreciate you liking and commenting, and we of course appreciate you subscribing to our YouTube channel. We are GBL, the Old Church 5 Acre Homestead. Thank you, folks. See you next Friday. Let's poke this fire a little bit, eh? Let's see what's on the go here. Let's move around the wood here. Oh, a nice fire going here, Mr. Garry, in the firebox of this old stove. Let's hang up our poker. Let's put the damper on. Here we go. A beautiful fire today, folks.